Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to the breakdown of Episode 2 of Season 2. First off, this episode was definitely not the strongest we have seen, especially coming off the back of the excellent action-packed premiere. This episode took the side quest route, not adding anything to the main story arc, but it was a far more wholesome episode with more Baby Yoda to make up for Episode 1. So, let's begin the breakdown. It begins with Mando speeding through the desert just as we left him in Episode 1. It cuts to a Nikto and a human laying a trap. Now, I bet every person who watches this believes Boba Fett is saying the trap. I know I did, but it just wasn't to be. Mando's speeder is caught by the cable and he is ejected, sending his cargo and Baby Yoda flying. He steadies himself with the jetpack as the speeder crashes and explodes. His Beskar repels the blaster bolts and a melee ensues. A creature that I believe is a Jawa takes Baby Yoda hostage. You can briefly see a similar masked Jawa in The Force Awakens with Rey on Jakku. Mando and the Jawa begin to negotiate and they settle on trading Baby Yoda for the jetpack. As the Jawa is strolling away with the jetpack, the Mando comically boosts him up to the sky and drops him down to the ground, finishing the fight and the title screens roll. Mando has to traipse all of his belongings back to Mos Eisley and arrives in the dark. He enters the classic cantina where we see more alien species like the Gigoran, first seen in Rogue One, probably not the same one as really no one escaped that film. Mando meets with Peli Motto, who is playing Sabacc with a cantina alien insectoid she calls Dr. Mandible, previously seen in Season 1 Episode 5, also in the same cantina. Mando is told he will be put in touch with a contact who can lead him to more Mandalorians. They return to the spaceport and roast the crate dragon meat. Peli Motto tells Mando the informant wants safe passage to the same system the Mandalorians are hiding in. A lizard-like creature with a backpack full of fluid and eggs steps into shot. She wants passage for her and her spawn, but the Razor Crest cannot jump to light speed as it will kill the eggs. Again, a similar reptile-looking alien is seen in Season 1 Episode 5 in the cantina. Is this the husband and the father of the endangered line, or the same creature? Mando agrees to the journey and they go cruising off through space. We discover Baby Yoda finds these eggs very tasty and makes his first of multiple attempts to get out what he sees as food. Little does he know that he will end the lineage of the creature. They all settle down and rest until they are awakened by an alarm. Mando springs into action, helming the ship. He is flanked by two New Republic T-65 X-Wings, one manned by reoccurring pilot Trapper Wolf, portrayed by producer Dave Filoni. They interrogate Mando about his transponder not giving off a signal and how he should install one to his pre-Empire ship. The X-Wings place the Razor Crest at the prison facility from Season 1 Episode 6 and lock S-foils, a sign of imminent combat. Mando speeds away and the X-Wings give chase. This gives us the best scene yet of the Razor Crest manoeuvring and dodging as they cruise down towards the yet unknown snow planet. In the process of trying to hide the crest, it has crashed and dropped into an icy cavern. They awaken after blacking out from the crash, freezing. Once again, the Razor Crest is in bad shape and in need of repairs. Mando goes to check on the eggs in the breached, freezing hull. He finds Baby Yoda feasting on them like the heartless carnivore he is. The lizard gets frustrated with the lack of communication and decides to get her point across by rigging the destroyed body of Zero, the protocol droid from Episode 6, to translate. She appeals to his Mandalorian honour as Din has resigned himself to defeat. It works and he begins repairs. As he is repairing, Baby Yoda alerts him the creature has gone into the cavern alone, and they pursue using heat sensors. He finds the mother and the eggs in a natural hot spring, as she obviously needs to keep her spawn warm. They gather the eggs as the child tries to eat more. Mando scolds him and he waddles off to one of the millions of cocoons inside the cavern. As usual, he begins chowing down, disturbing all of the other cocoons. All around, they begin to pop and hatch. Thousands of mini icy arachnid creatures advance towards them as a large arachnid emerges from the dark. This creature is based on the original Ralph McQuarrie concept art for Empire Strikes Back. A near identical creature was designed to inhabit Dagobah. The design is also similar to the Krykna, seen in several episodes of Star Wars Rebels, but they are native to the planet Atelon and resistant to blast fire, which, as we see, the ones Mando is fighting against are not. The spiders swarm towards the Mando and co as he hurls explosive and blaster fire to hold back the tide. They all retreat to the cockpit of the Razor Crest and close the doors. Mando hastily tries to take off, hoping his repairs will hold, but the large arachnid creature has other ideas. During the Crest's ascent, the spider dives on top of the ship, stalling it and pinning it back down to the floor. It smashes its legs through the cockpit and attaches its mouth to the glass like a Minoc, scraping its teeth across it. As the creature prepares to lunge, it's hit with heavy blast fire and a relentless barrage of blaster bolts ensues, eviscerating the swarm. There was some build up to who had saved him, and I did think we were going to get another character introduced, but to my disappointment, it was just the X-Wing pilots. I should have realised at the time it was going to be the X-Wing pilots saving the day because the blaster fire sounded exactly like an X-Wing, but it led me to think other things. Once the fighting has subsided, the pilots state Din has an arrest warrant for his part in Episode 6's prison escape, but his imprisoning of the criminal gang and attempt to save the prison security officer apparently stands him in good stead with the New Republic, and the X-Wings leave on the terms that he will fit a transponder in accordance with the New Republic laws. He is left with a spider corpse-ridden ship in need of repairs. He carries out his critical repairs on the cockpit and limps to the planet Trask, continuing his mission into the next episode. I hope the next episode sets us straight onto the path of the main storyline, as I feel another seemingly story-lacking episode could do more damage than good now. This episode did a lot to further humanise Mando and provides us with plenty of father and son bonding time. Overall, the episode was enjoyable and had its moments, but it feels a bit worse for me, as I feel like I was robbed of Boba Fett moments and good times for new characters to be introduced. Anyway guys, that is it for this breakdown video. Please let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments, and I would also appreciate it if you would be able to like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.